Hello, everyone. My name is Janeth Ledezma. I am the community manager for Standard Library. And I'm super excited to be here to invite you guys to check out our latest product, Code.xyz. Standard Library is a cloud computing platform, and we recently came out with Codexyz. Codexyz is an in-browser code editor for easily building and shipping APIs into production. And we make it crazy simple to build and ship an API, and that's what I'm here to show you in 5 minutes. Hopefully less than 5 minutes. So the cool thing about Codexyz is that you can access this fully functioning browser right from your phone, Android, iPhone, even from your laptops. Obviously, if you're working on code, you probably want to work from your laptop. So simply head on over to Codexyz, and I'll explain what feature API sources are and community API sources are. I want to first show you how simple it is to build and ship an API into production. All you have to do is over here, click on the Create New API button, give your API project a name. Just going to give it a hello, SFHTML5. And you will see this project scaffold that's been automatically generated for you. It comes with a functions directory and a main.js file with a hello world function for you to test your service. All you have to do is simply hit run, and that automatically deploys your function onto the standard library, and it generates an HTTPS endpoint for you, and you also have automatic documentation generated. So to check out the documentation, simply copy that resulting URL onto a different tab, and here you will see beautiful documentation automatically generated for you with a simple hello world function. You can even test your functions right from the docs. Let's say I want it to say, hello SFHTML5 dev community, and hit run. Sure enough, hello SFHTML dev community. I built this API with standard lib and Codexyz. I realize that I need to zoom in. There we go, for you guys to see. OK, great. So this is working. Now let's check if this is actually a live API. So grab your resulting API endpoint URL and paste it onto a different tab. Hello world, I built this API with standard lib and Codexyz. OK, maybe I want to change the message to make it a little bit more personal for this audience. So let's say I want it equals hello SFHTML dev community. Hello SFHTML dev community. I built this API with standard lib and Codexyz. OK, great. And since I'm going super fast through this because I want to share some cool features with you, we have our latest share feature. Let's say you're working on code. You want to share that code, or you want to invite someone to consume your API. We have this shares button here. You can invite anyone to consume your API and view your docs, or to collaborate on your code. All you have to do is simply type in their email. And if they're part of Standard Library, if you know their username, you can invite them with their username. I'll invite myself, Ledezma, Jane, just to show you what you can do. OK. And I have granted Janeth access to deploy my API. I've granted Janeth access to view my API docs, and execute, view, and deploy the source code as well. And I've also granted Janeth access to the versioned releases of my API and to the dev versions of my API. Let's say I get in a fight with Janeth, and I'm pretty upset at her, so I want to revoke access to all my APIs. I also have that option, and Janeth will no longer be able to deploy, execute, or do anything with my API. So this is awesome, and we're super, super excited to bring these new tools to our developer community. What we're asking for is, we're just asking for developers to come on board, give us feedback, and we're working really hard to reach out and connect one-on-one with our developers to see what they like, what they don't like, and what we can make better. So by all means, please, and if you have any questions for me, I'll try to stick around. You can also, I invite you to join our Slack community. We're there 24/7, simply on Codexyz under the username. You'll see a help tab. Simply select it and you'll have an invite to our Slack community. We have hundreds of developers there asking questions and working on projects and getting help from our software engineers. So that's all I have time for, but super thankful to be here. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the talks.